Okay, so give me 10 seconds, just 10 minutes, so I can get some of the rest of these videos that I need sent into the chat. Just hold on.
Damn it.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the things that I have uploaded, and once the rest of the stuff get uploaded, we will jump into some of the rest of this mess. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me adjust my settings so I can actually hear in my headset. He said, let's make another drinky drink. I can't wait. Hold on, y'all, because I think my speaker is connected. Let me make sure I got everything in there. Okay, so I'm uploaded. I can leave out now. Okay, so my speaker is paired. Oh, it's not connected. All right, sir. It is Kenny's birthday, so happy birthday to Kenny. Y'all know Kenny's always here. She may leave out every now and then, but she's always here. So happy birthday to Kenny Ken. What's up, young boy Jay? Earlier you asked me how my day was. It was okay. It could have been better, but it was okay. Hello, how is everyone? Happy birthday, Kenny. Happy birthday to Kenny. 100%. Gotta love Kenny. She's the girl. Today is her day. She's that girl. She was like, let me make another drinky drink. Yes, please. Go get your snacks. Go get your snacks. Go get your drinks. Go get all that good stuff. And then you can bounce back in here and we will have gotten started. Okay? She said, you can't get rid of me. Wouldn't have it any other way. She's like a little sister to me. You gotta love her. There we go. If y'all hear any yelling in the background, it's just my nephew. Okay? He's autistic and he can't help it. So it is what it is. Alrighty. So let me put the banners up so you guys can see my Instagram and Cash App in case y'all feeling real donation-y. Especially Kenny Ken. If y'all want to send Kenny some birthday money, Kenny, put your Cash App in there and I will make sure I put it up so everybody can see it. because it's Kenny's fucking birthday and everybody deserves a small little gift on their birthday. Now we're gonna try to have fun. We're gonna do some more relationship questions that we did last week because Six Brown Chicks does it on their Twitter every week, and I'm gonna do it again this week. We're gonna read them, we're gonna respond to them, we're gonna talk. Last week I had my Midwest Melanin Mafia family in here. This week I don't think they're gonna come in this week, but if they do, they're more than welcome to come. If not, it's just me, you, and the girls and the guys. Okay. So let's start off with wrestling like we always do. I'm going to recap NXT. Kitty gave me the notes on NXT because I had a lot going on and I didn't get the chance to watch NXT. Her recap is hilarious, so I'm going to read it as is, and I know she's probably going to be a little bit blushy, but just know that Kenny's recap of NXT is absolute gold and somebody has to hear it. This is Kenny's Cash App, so if you want to be nice and send the family a birthday gift, you definitely can, and I think it's very sweet. Everybody should get something on their birthday, okay? I'm going to put her Cash App back up there in a second. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a banner specifically for her birthday. Hold on.
So this side mission Ash will be a liberator, and Neon will be a paladin.
There you go. So we're gonna put that up there.
You should like bring up the menu, then
Let
do
me
like
edit
create
it
room,
so it doesn't scroll and you can see it. There you go. So she got her own banner, okay? Her own banner. Make sure y'all send Kenny Ken some love for her birthday, okay? Now, I hope I spelled it right. Did I spell it right?
The pro, right?
They asked what you were drinking. She made her own Malibu. I have a cake that's made like a Bahama Mama drink from Red Lobster, and it's fucking fire. And I'm gonna make a mojito pound cake too, but I'm gonna send it to Kenny when I get the bunts made, the little mini ones. I'm gonna freeze it and send it to her and see what she think, because I think she would really like that since she's a big fan of Malibu. But anyway, I'm going to go on Instagram one more time and make sure everybody knows that we're up and we're ready to roll over here. Let's start off with Monday Night Raw. Since I already talked about it on Instagram, we're going to talk about it over here on the YouTubies, okay? So I'm going to make sure I tell everybody that I'm over here. Sorry, y'all. My thing is still connected. Tell everybody that I'm over here on YouTube. Hold on. Link is in the bio. Come join us. There we go. Maybe I can put the link in here. Can I link it? Yeah. All right. Let's see. So I hope everybody had a good day. Oh, shit. I don't have my YouTube in here. I'm going to have to go to it. But anyways, Monday Night Raw has come and gone, but it was a very, very, very good show. Randy had his 20th anniversary celebration on Monday Night Raw. It was quite the spectacle for Randy. They gave him probably one of the best anniversary showings that they could for a person that is still active on the roster, still working in the WWE, and has no chance or any opportunity of slowing down. They really did do a very good job at making Randy feel special, of course, and be how can I put it? Celebrated for the 20 years that he dedicated to the WWE and everything that he was capable of doing. You gotta love that. So congratulations to Randall on 20 years in the WWE, and let's see how far you can go in 20. Let's see if you can get 20 more. because I think that would be cool. But anyways, here we go. Copy the link.
Dragoon. Oh, I did nothing over here. Ugh.
Okay. Click the link. Okay, so anyways, we had that. And it was a big old 8-man tag team match created for Randy and the Usos and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins and Homelander, and it was just and Ezekiel, and all of them was in there together. Cheers to Randall. That man is a beast. Facts. All of them were in there together, and they had an
Cody
8-man
Rhodes
tag
went back to
towards the
WWE.
end of the show. If you hear
And
somebody
his
talking, it's
gear,
just AJ.
he kind
He's
of
on the phone
reminded,
with his
you
brother,
can see
so
his
he's
gear, he kind of
talking.
looked like Homelander
But anyways,
from The Boys.
they had an 8-man tag team match at the end of the show, and Randy, of course, got the biggest spotlight, the biggest pop. He had a full-on showing with each member of the opposing team. Everybody got an RKO. Everybody, and it was glorious. He got an RKO off the top of the ropes. He got an RKO coming from a move. Like, he did everything he could, and Randy was spectacular. He was on point. Scoop slam across scoop slam, DDT off the ropes to everybody he could hit. It was a glorious night for Monday Night Raw, and they did a very good job at balancing all of these storylines, but keeping you focused in each one so you can see how it stood out. Now, how the show started, like I said, they had Randy come out to celebrate. Of course, Riddle introduced him. Cody was one of the last people to come out. Everybody else was pretty much outside surrounding the ring. Randy gave his speech uninterrupted, and then that's when Homelander came down and gave Randy a hug, because at one point Homelander was a part of Legacy. And if you don't know what Legacy is, it was a faction that included third generation superstars from the WWE. It was Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase, and Cody Rhodes. And they were in this faction together, and they caused a bit of havoc at the time frame that they were together. But eventually, Legacy broke up and became defunct. Now, it's been a long time since Cody and Randy have been close and been friends. So seeing them in the ring hugging together was a really cool thing. But Seth Rollins wasn't having that. He came in there and pretty much disrupted all this love and admiration, and very much so accused Homelander of being a scene stealer. He's out here to take our spots. He doesn't care about you. All he cares about is being at the top of the mountain. And if you're in his way, he will steal the spotlight from you, just like he stole my spotlight from me at WrestleMania. So you can see Seth is very visibly upset that Homelander's getting all this love and admiration, and nobody's really seeing him for who he thinks he really is. So it blew up into a whole thing. And Cody never really got to have a word in edgewise, because as time progressed, Ezekiel cut in and started talking. And then here came KO. He started talking, and it just got worse because the Usos came out and they started talking. So it was compounded stuff on top of stuff, and it never ended. So Adam had to come in and kind of break things up a bit. And he said, since you guys are in the ring together, I think it's the perfect time to do an 8-man tag team match. We'll have the Usos, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins go up against Cody Rhodes, Ezekiel, Brandy, and Riddle. And that's what they did. And for the most part, that match was a good match. Now, mind you, they were in Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out to Knoxville, Tennessee. And it is Bianca Belair's hometown. Now, she had a match scheduled with that cum cricket, Sonya Deville, and she was supposed to go up against her for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, we all assumed that that contract was set for Backlash, but in fact, it was set for, I think it's still set for Backlash. I think they're going to run this shit back. Now, I was thinking they were going to have Becky come back and have her go back after Bianca. But it seems like they're letting Becky stay away from the title for a little while. And Bianca's going to continue to have this program with Sonya. Now, the way this match went, Sonya lost due to count out, disqualification, and then she lost clean to Bianca Belair.
Ain't been no
This
way out
was
in a long time.
back to back. When she lost the first time, it was due to count out. She got upset, restarted the match. She lost the second time, it was due to disqualification on her part. She picked up the object, therefore the ref called a DQ. She then set the match to be a no disqualification, no count out match. And so they did, with the help of Zelina Vega and her weave on the turnbuckles, bitch. I, you are too. Zelina Vega's hair was hanging on the turnbuckle for the majority of the rest of that match. That woman has lost at least, she's lost tracks in the ring at least 3 or 4 times that I can count. And at this point, I don't know what's going on with her hair, and it really don't matter, but it is a big distraction in the match when you are wrestling and your hair is falling out. Like, I remember when Ruby's hair used to fall out like that, and I used to be like, Jesus, what is happening? Are you guys not eating your vitamins or something? Like, what is going on? Why are you losing so much hair in the goddamn ring? But that girl lost a whole track. Like, it was that track that was at the crown of her head gone. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh shit. Like, it was really sitting there. I'm like, girl. Okay, so let me get some of y'all comments in because I was not looking at the comments. So we're going to pause the Lena Vega and them being in there. But let's go to, that was really nice how they did it. A big celebration for him, WWE style. Yes, his scoop slam was my favorite. I think it would be fun to get one of those from him. Kenny Silly. He explained it. He said he was their mentor. Oh. Seth was cutting the fuck up though, as per the usual. And they had the nerve to leave it there, and then they ain't move it until they finally changed the camera angle. Her wig has come off. Child, Zelina wears extensions, and as much money as she spent on hair, there's no reason for it to be coming out like that. I'm like, that don't make no sense. Now, it either was not secured correctly or it was already sliding out. Either way, it was a whole track sitting on the turnbuckle in the ring. And I'm just like, girl, what is this? Now, to go back to the match, Sonya beckoned for Zelina Vega and for Carmella to come out there and attack Bianca to help her gain the Raw Women's Championship. This is the same tactic she pulled on Naomi on SmackDown when she was wrestling her as well, or rather, it wasn't really her wrestling. It was more like it was just a vicious attack. No. But in this case, she was wrestling and she attacked her with these two goons, which I'm sorry, Carmella and Zelina Vega aren't much of a goon, but live your best life. This did not work out in her favor. Bianca was able to isolate and take out each one of them individually, which led to Sonya eating a KOD and losing clean, fair and square. Count 1, 2, 3. Match is over. So Sonya was very upset, obviously. She had set up everything to work out in her favor. The cards were stacked in her favor. The odds were forever in her favor. And she was very upset. And she felt like Vega and Carmella were not doing their jobs. So she went in the back to scold them and chastise them. She promised them a rematch for the tag team titles. And then once they didn't deliver on what they claimed they had made a deal for, she stripped them of that title reshot. And then slapped Zelina Vega for all her troubles. So she didn't really get the opportunity to voice her grievance before the taste was slapped out of her mouth. And when Carmella was trying to defend her quote unquote friend, she also ate a slap for her intentions. So Sonya obviously is out of control and drunk with power. Adam's wide-hipped ass ain't doing nothing, and there's nobody in the back who's saying anything about Sonya Deville's behavior. Now, they have said last week that they were launching an investigation into her behavior, But I doubt that that investigation comes to fruition until after WrestleMania Backlash. With all that being said, for now, we're going to have to deal with this Rage and
Yeah,
Come
they had
cricket
me.
for
Whoever
the
did that
next
for your
couple
partner,
of weeks
they had me play this
until
by yourself.
WrestleMania Backlash hits, because I'm convinced they are going to have
Yeah, no, I
WrestleMania
have all my stuff.
Backlash and she is going to be her opponent still.
This is
Okay?
Brazil.
So, moving on. All right. Her track said, "We tapping out, girl."
Why is that room ID?
It
What is
seemed
she?
like them tracks stay running away. She's a runner. She's a track star.
What is it?
That's a
What
mess.
did they have for your room
Hello,
ID?
people of Earth and Don. Also, the hair
What you would
took
have
me
for your
out.
room ID?
At this point, where is Stephanie McMahon at to deal with this Blair Witch bitch? I don't know. But it would be nice to see Stephanie pop up and give her a little bit of a taste of her own medicine. You feel me? Anyways, let's move on to what else happened on Monday Night Raw. We had a couple of matches on Monday Night Raw outside of the Women's Championship and outside of the 8-man tag team match.
I mean,
But there was a
they didn't see the original.
significance to Monday Night Raw that I want to address now, and that was
Okay.
some comebacks. Mustafa Ali returned to Monday Night Raw in the segment with Miz and Booty Tickler Austin Theory. Austin Theory was invited on Miz TV to come out and gloat about him being the greatest United States champion of all time. Not to mention Miz also making himself be touting himself up to be one of the greatest United States champions of all time. With all that being said, it was a lot of ass licking and a lot of ass kissing, and I was just over it. So when the music hit, I didn't recognize the music, nor did I recognize the entrance. I always watch the show with the volume turned down a little bit. One, because I really can't stand Corey, and two, because I will get clocked on Instagram and they will snatch my account down. So I am very careful about the content that I produce when it comes to Instagram, and you have to be, including on YouTube. However, Mustafa Ali returned, and I was surprised that he was there. And the reason why I was surprised was because of the recent shit that's been going on with Mustafa and him not wanting to work with WWE anymore. But it seems like he was able to smooth things over with WWE and really make it worthwhile for himself, and obviously to take care of his family, but more specifically put himself in a better position so that he can receive the push that he so rightfully deserves. So shout out to Mustafa Ali for coming out during the segment and actually calling out Miz and Austin Theory on their bullshit and really shaking up the shit. But they was not mincing words. They was like, "Oh, so we're done sitting at home, we're done moping, now you show up. Now you want to be a part of the crew." He was like, "That you know, there's it's still WWE. You've come back and it's still WWE. Are you done? Are you done?" Like they were on his ass. Okay, and not gonna lie, it was obvious that that was where Miz was gonna go. He's known for doing that kind of shit, and Austin Theory's literally taken after what the Miz does. So I'm really not surprised. What was surprising was you did get a little taste of your own medicine with Mustafa Ali and Miz getting a match. They had a match. Miz came out there dressed to go. Austin Theory made the match official, texted Mr. McMahon to get the match made, and the match was done. That was Mustafa's first match back. He got it on a roll up, which I wish he would have got the pin better than that, but he got the pin. After it was over and he walked away, though, Ciampa showed up and attacked him. So now we're getting heel Ciampa going after a very, very, very good babyface Mustafa Ali. That's going to be an interesting bout. Heel Ciampa is always interesting and fun to watch. So I would rather watch Mustafa and heel Ciampa go at it than to watch Mustafa and Miz go at it. And it's no shade to Miz. I do have respect for Miz, but I really want Ciampa to cut his teeth on Monday Night Raw as a heel and really make it worthwhile for him and prove that he's a commodity for that roster, especially when it comes to heels. I'd rather see Theory and Miz go at it and then have Miz take that title off of Theory and then have Miz drop it to Mustafa. So it's gonna be interesting how they swing this because there's so many variables involved in this particular storyline. But I'm glad that they've mixed things up and there's some new people in there and we've got some new shit going. People have been asking for the new and we got the new.
No, you can't.
So let's move on
Like
to
that, you can't play.
another return from Monday Night Raw. So Becky came back. So you can kind of count Becky as a return. Becky was there
Yeah,
and she
you gotta
hadn't
go up
been
and drop down.
seen since WrestleMania. And of course she was distraught. You know, she didn't recognize who she was without that title. She was defined by it. It meant everything to her. It was her precious, as she called it. You know, she went real Smeagol with it. So when she got to, well, while she was out there cutting her speech about her self-doubt and being down on herself, she realized that being as that she is at rock bottom, she now is able to get better. She said when you're at rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up. But she forgets sometimes that rock bottom is built on quicksand. And that got very evident when the music hit and it was Asuka who returned. Now, we haven't seen Asuka go at it with Becky, not to the extent that people have wanted. Asuka and Becky danced around an opportunity at fighting each other when
Yeah,
it
you
was
only get that
around the time
multiples
that
at one time.
they were gonna get the tag team titles. Kyrie
Wait a minute,
Sane
hold
and
on.
Asuka and Charlotte and Becky had a bout, and they did pretty good in that
Wait a minute.
match. And it was only a matter of time before Asuka and Becky were
Yeah.
gonna end up having a program with each other. And now
Yeah, when
that
you were
time
saying
has
you do
come.
protect her and stuff
Asuka
like that against
returned and
everybody.
told her that she was gonna stop her from even getting
Yeah.
past that level of getting back to being big time Bex. And she was like, nobody's ready for Asuka. She made her return very evident. Now, Becky was upset because she obviously was still in her shine. And you know how Becky gets when a bitch is trying to steal her shine. She gets very
He's
much
a
like her
what?
husband, very jealous and very irate. So
I
she
had to
decided to
be a
try to
warrior
attack the
for a
woman.
little bit because some
And
of the other classes, I don't like
Asuka
the
said,
spears and
oh,
moves
no,
you
no,
saw from
no,
me.
I got you scouted, bitch. And she almost got her with that backhand, but Becky was able to get out of the ring quickly and block all of that. So now we have Becky versus Asuka more than likely going to happen
Oh,
at WrestleMania Backlash. And if it doesn't, we can see that this is possibly gonna happen at Hell in a Cell. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this is gonna play out. But I'm very, very interested in this storyline as well. Now, as far as the rest of the show, I kind of was checking in and out, not gonna lie.
right.
Veer had a match with a local talent to which he dominated. Omos had a arm wrestling match with Bobby Lashley to which Bobby Lashley won. Omos was mad
Oh,
and jealous,
the
and he
when you
ended
become
up
a tyrant, when you use
losing. I
the
mean, he ended
tyrant
up
class
getting
lets
beat
you
up. Like Omos pretty much beat
cast
up.
enchantments as far as the
Um,
elemental stuff on
he pretty much beat up
your weapon.
Bobby and stood there and beat him up with a table. Like
Yeah.
picked up the table and just beat the hell out of him with it. And that was it. Like that was
Yeah,
it.
tyrant
And
can use. Hold on, I'll tell
then I don't remember what else happened. I generally don't remember what else happened. I know that it's probably something
Tyrant can
significant,
use
and you
the
guys can probably
katana,
tell
the
me in the
spear,
comments,
the
but
double
I don't remember what
swords,
else
the
happened.
mace and the
But
shield,
let me
and the
get to these
regular and the
comments,
sword
and
and
then
the
we can
shield,
move on to NXT, and I
along
can
with the
read
gauntlets.
y'all Kenny's hilarious recap of NXT, okay? Because it's bomb, and she did a very good job recapping the show. So let's go to the comments. It says I was watching something and Sonya was like, "I'm your boss, you work for me." Just shaking my head like I'm like, whatever, Sonya. Hello, Moravich. Mustafa shocked the hell out of me.
Grab that.
Miz was
It
throwing
might be armor
shade.
or
To Don's credit,
yeah.
Don most definitely was
Like
one of the
some, I think
people,
it's when
if
you
not the
find
only
organs
person
like
that
that.
thought
Those are
Mustafa was coming
surplus.
back. He had said it multiple times that Mustafa was coming back, and I didn't see it happening unless they were going to come to terms, like they were going to really offer him a very big contract. I didn't see it happening, but I have to say he was 100% correct. He called it, so good for him. I had to watch Raw's rerun, and I did not know Zelina's extensions were hanging at the turnbuckle. Oh, yes, they were hanging at the turnbuckle. And I'm glad they didn't change Ciampa's name drastically. They just call him
Hold on,
Ciampa.
let me see.
They
Is it
didn't
this
have to
way?
change his name. Some
Because I
people's
know it's
names
the way
have
we
to be
can get to it. I
changed. It
can't
is what it
remember.
is.
I think it's this way.
Becky went on Twitter and mad as fuck and
Yeah,
said, I
yeah, it's up
literally
here.
gave this bitch my title years ago. Well, according to you, you didn't lose the title. So how you give somebody your title and you've been champion for 3 years? See how you lie? You see how she be lying? Sat up there for a whole fucking year talking about how she was champion for 3 years straight and no one could ever beat her. Well, how that happened? And you gave Oscar your damn championship, ho. You see how you lie? You see how you lie, Paramore? Get it together. Get it together, Paramore. We ain't got time for it. Anyways, Liv attacked Rhea. Oh! Well, there you have it. Anyway, um, Liv attacked Rhea. It was very much a cat fight.
Oh shit, I can't do it.
It was very much a I'ma claw you to death type of attack. So, okay. Um, so the 24/7 people are doing therapy now. That was funny. I'm mad that I didn't mention that. So R-Truth was trying to he set up a mixed tag team match between them and to get them to be, friends again or whatever. And basically what happened was R-Truth said he was certified in marriage counseling and he was a certified referee. He got them in the ring, almost got Dana pinned and got his title back, but Dana was able to kick out of it and run away. And so now Dana is on her own, running for her life with the 24/7 championship. She and Reginald lost that match to Tamina and Akira Tozawa. The storyline has developed into something funny and cute, and I like it. Hopefully it don't get too boring. Anyway, so Liv grew balls. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, she pretty much just ran up to her like a little 3-year-old would and just started like, like T-Rex fighting her. That was pretty much it. Oh yeah, Liv was swinging on Rhea. I won't say she was swinging. I'll say she was T-Rex fighting her. You know how sometimes girls have their arms close by their side and then they just swing their hands and kind of slap each other and they throw their head back to keep from getting hit in the face? That's kind of what that was because the rest was holding them. Liv is known for getting kicked, like kicking people when she be getting held back. And you used to be like, girl, you in them heavy ass boots. Like, Kenny, did you get the money I said? Okay, she said, yes, thank you. All right. Awesome. So Don says she ain't get beat. Oh, no, she ain't get beat. When I saw that tweet, I hollered, about Becky. Becky petty as hell. Right, Tamina and Dana got this love angle, sorta. Mm-hmm. It's cute. It's a cute little storyline between the 4 of them. 5 of them. So Becky's promo gave me a new nickname for her. I'm finna call her Smeagol. Kimmy Special. Truth really said an attempt to pin Dana was part of the therapy. That's what he said, baby. And then, we got the rest of the show and we had the 8-man tag. So that was Monday Night Raw. A very, very, very solid show. I very much enjoyed Monday Night Raw thoroughly. It was so, so, so good. And Randy got a massive spotlight towards the end of the show. And you gotta love that. Right? Like, it was just good. And I'm glad that Raw has been able to put on consistent content from start to finish. And at least this week, and for the last couple of weeks, to be honest, Raw has been consistently good. It's been getting, every week it gets better and better and better. But in the wake of that, SmackDown has been getting worse and worse and worse. So I'm hoping that they find a way to kind of clean this shit up, because if they don't, it's definitely going to get worse. I would just about watched it all the way through. It's really a really good show. It's a very good, solid show. Let's move on to NXT, because NXT 2.0 had some really, really good points. And Kenny gave me the blow-by-blow for NXT 2.0, and I'm getting ready to read it. So, let's go. In the first hour, NXT 2.0, the very first match right out the gate was the match between Nikita and Lash Legend. Now, if you don't know, Nikita and Lash have been in the middle of a feud for the past couple of weeks, and it seems that the storyline is set to where Lash Legend is jealous that Nikita is getting all this attention, and Nikita is just making it seem as though she's just putting in work. She's not out here to steal nobody's shine. She's going to be a woman, and all she wants is the admiration and love of the WWE Universe. But Lash is like, we all know what you're doing, bitch. You and your BBL body, you just coming out here trying to still shine and be lazy, but that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna get you over because you got a big ass. You're gonna have to fight for the slot, and I'm gonna make you fight for it. So it's been Lash versus Nikita for weeks. And the last time I saw Nikita, she was back up, feet up, back down, feet up, with a kick print in her chest from yours truly, Lash Legend. Okay, Lash Legend kicked the shit out of Nikita. If her chest was not caved in, it damn sure should have been. Okay, but Nikita and Lash have been fighting ever since, and it finally came to a head this past Tuesday. So, Nikita and Lash kicked off the show with a match. Nikita was getting her ass kicked the whole time and somehow won the match. Natalya came out and attacked Nikita with the help of Lash. And then came, these are Kenny's words, not mine. Cue the edgy scene girl. Edgy scene girl Cora, who comes to play Captain Saberhole. She hit Lash with her skateboard and almost hit Natalya with her skateboard. She was almost caught, and that's when Nikita came in and kicked Natalya out the way. That led to a match being set at Spring Break-In for NXT, which is set to be in a few weeks, I think. If not a few weeks, it'll be next week. I think it's a few weeks, though. I'm not sure. I think it's next week. I want to say it's next week. I don't know why I want to say that, but I want to say it's next week. The next thing we got was a backstage segment with Roderick Strong. He was bitching out Diamond Mine, and he basically said they should be dominating, and he set up a match next week for the Creed brothers against the Viking Raiders. The second match of the night was Tony D'Angelo against Von Wagner. It was supposed to be Zion that he was going up against, but apparently Zion was injured and no longer able to compete, and therefore they had to find a replacement, and Von Wagner was the replacement. Then Kenny said nothing too exciting other than Legado del Fantasma with the sneaky sneak that cost Tony his match. Santos got him with a crowbar to the knee. Not Von. She said not Von beat the Don. Laughing my ass off. I'm going to see y'all comments here. Let me get y'all comments up. The whole 3 hours was enjoyable. I don't see the same excitement for Friday nights. Okay. I do remember earlier last year, Tiffany, you mentioning about all the changes they were doing backstage on Raw. Glad to see it working now. I try to tell y'all that things take time, but, you know. Hopefully y'all will start listening to me. Cora and that baby ass skateboard. It's next week. Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate that. Not Captain Saberhole. I'm just reading it as Kenny Ken put it in, okay? Spring Break-In is next week, correct. Okay, cool. Because I wanted to make sure I got it right. I think it is next week. So I love Lash. She is a whole vibe. She said, I'm aligning myself with the boat, and I'm going to beat Nikita, and we're going to get that dub win next week. No, I don't know about her aligning herself with Natalya, but to me, outside of the feud, outside of the kayfabe, right? I will welcome anything that will help those girls improve and be set when it comes to the main roster. Natalya's the best person for that. So all of them having an opportunity to work with her is a big step for all of them. But it also lends to their credibility as superstars in this company and what this means for their career in the end. You know what I'm saying? It means that these girls have something that the WWE wants to display. They are someone of interest in terms of building new stars. So in my mind, I would feel like this is my first step to getting my stardom. Okay, Kenny, this is my first step to getting my stardom. This is my first opportunity to prove that I deserve to be here. I get to work with Natalya, one of the greatest technical wrestlers in this company. This is my time to shine. If I was there, I'd be taking advantage of every opportunity that she would be affording me, and I would be eating up everything she says, and I would be trying to learn as much from her as possible. I would cling to her like white on rice just so I can get a piece of her skill and make myself 10 times better. But let's move on to what else happened in NXT 2.0, and then we'll talk about the matches set for spring break in. All right, like I said, match 2 happened, and Von Wagner beat Tony D'Angelo. She said, the next one she says, Roxanne and Toxic Attraction. She said your win. Basically, JC Jane said her win was a fluke and that there was a match set for later in the show. I guess that match was Mandy going up against Roxanne. Match 3 was Nathan Frazier. Kenny said he was a little cute, but she's a married woman too. She said he was cute, but she's a married woman to Cameron Grimes. Grayson Waller ruined that match before it could start, but Frazier got his ass. Andre Chase calls this a teachable moment, and Grayson said the Chase U girls were built like refrigerators.
That's what I've been doing. So
that is fucked up. Grayson Waller said the Chase U girls was built like refrigerators, and not Tiffany saying someone look homeless and she looking like handsome Squidward. Tiffany Stratton ain't my cup of tea, but I understand that she don't exist for my entertainment, so I don't give a shit about what Tiffany says or does. Personally, she's just not my kind of girl. But live your best life. Kenny said that Grayson Waller said, and I quote, that the Chase U girls were built like refrigerators. That's fucked up. Very much fucked up.
The Liberator lets you use every
built like a refrigerator, honey. Anyways, match 4.
Right.
Match 4. Why ain't these bitches on the main roster yet? It was Kaden and Katana versus Yulisa Leon and Valentina Feroz. Kaden and Katana won, and they had their little celebration. So good for them. So let's move on to the second hour of NXT. Kaylee Ray cut a promo in the back to debut her new name and her change in her character. She will now forever be known as Alba Fire. And I love her name. I think her new name is great. Kaylee Ray is cool, but this name is fucking dope. And if she does something great with it, I would forever love it. It's going to be awesome. I think people have to give it a chance. The Party Girls against Naomi and Sasha would be fun.
Yeah, going after because
okay. Match 5 was LDF versus Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley. It was supposed to be Jensen in this match, but Jensen was attacked before the match could even get started. So it ended up turning into a handicap match, to which Legado del Fantasma ended up winning. Now, the reason why this turned into a handicap match was because they alluded to on commentary that Robert Stone had Wagner attack Jensen for looking at the girl that Robert Stone keeps using in his arsenal. He didn't want them hanging around or looking at her, so Wagner attacked him, which caused him to be out. Don't nobody need nor want that. I can't with you. Sitting there to your 2K. You ain't shit. Anyway, Cameron Grimes was on commentary for Solo and Trick's match. This was the 6th match of the night. Solo versus Trick Williams. And she said, and I quote, Cameron is so fine. Solo wins the match. Solo accidentally hit Cameron in the face. he was trying to actually hit Carmelo Hayes in the face, but he ended up hitting Cameron in the face. The 7th match was the Viking Raiders versus Idris Anafe and Malik Blade. This actually was pretty good. She said Idris and Malik was holding their own, but the Viking Raiders won the match. She said a showing of respect after the match was done with a handshake. So shout out to Idris and Malik for having some pretty good showings in the ring. They just got to come up with some characters to make themselves memorable. And they got this thing on Twitter called the Black Table Talk that I think would be fucking hilarious. And I think they should roll with that shit. Like they need to do that now. Black Table Talk is it. That is it. That is your gimmick. You need to do it. You need to do it. And you need to be. I know y'all gonna hate it, but this is my idea. They need to do the Black Table Talk like a fucking podcast. It needs to be a backstage promo only, kind of like how Lash Legends TV show was, but it need to be toxic. Like it need to either be anti-toxic masculinity or it need to be definitely one of those poking fun at them toxic masculinity podcasts. Just not going as far as they go. You know, make it so that it's wrestling related, but you know, give it that vibe of the toxic masculinity podcast. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all see where I'm going? Trick Stay getting his ass whooped. Okay, she said, "Oh, I know where we at. Yeah, we have to eat just enough. I love them just because they black. They unapologetically black, baby. They need to do it like Red Table Talk satire. I stand by. Like it needs to. It. I want. That's what I want. Like he tweeted it, and I saw it, and I was like." You need to do this. Like, what are you like? You need to do this.
I was the void.
This is it. This is the ticket.
When you press R2,
all right. So let's get to the last match of the night. So Trick actually did pretty good against his previous matches. Okay. Good for Trick. I don't have anything bad to say about Trick Williams. I feel like over the time that he's been there, he's very much improved. So I'm not mad at Trick's improvement. It's progressive. He's not in a lot of matches, so I can't expect him to be great. But when he does get in a match, he has a pretty solid showing. So I'm not mad at it.
Onto your weapon.
Hello, Jono. All right, so the last match of NXT 2.0 is Roxanne versus, this is her words, Manda Horlian. Manda Horlian. To the other class. That is what she calls this girl. She calls her Manda Horlian. Mandy kind of shaped like an eel. Those were the words. That is the first thing that came up. She said, and I quote, Mandy kind of shaped like an eel. Roxy had Mandy's ass whooped for a while, like biting her and everything. But of course, the Horlian and her knee won the match. Laughing my ass off. Wendy stayed fucking with them. A net trapper and some silly string. And we wrap things up with Joe Gacy. This man got hooded men surrounding the ring. Hashtag cult leader Gacy. He said, y'all better commit willingly because after spring break-in, you ain't got no choice. Rick Steiner comes out telling Gacy that Braun is cleared to compete after his fall and he's going to keep his title. Now, them cultists was finna jump on Daddy Breaker, but Braun came out whooping their ass until Joe got him down. Not these cultists passing the title down one by one. And the show ends with Joe Gacy standing over Braun holding the title. So this leads into next week's TV pay-per-view, and this is called Spring Break-In. And the match card is set for Spring Break-In, all right? First things first, we're going to start off there. Obviously, the women's title isn't going to be defended because it was just defended previously, so they're not going to have a title bout this week coming for the women. But they do have a women's match on the show. And the cool thing about this is they also announced something else that's going to happen at NXT. And this is the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. They showed a couple names of some of the new girls coming to NXT. And these girls are some of the girls who've been announced in the previous classes. There have been at least 3 or 4 PC classes that have been announced within the last couple of years. And now these girls are finally getting their opportunity to have their time to shine. The NXT Women's Breakout Tournament starts in 2 weeks. And we're going to have some new girls on the roster competing. And these girls are also going to be brought in to NXT just like Carmelo was and Duke Hudson was and Andre Chase was and everybody else who was a part of the tournament. And at one point, the previous tournament, you had Dexter Loomis, and there were so many other people who came in through the breakout tournament. I wonder where Odyssey Jones is. Like, where is Odyssey Jones?
They are.
I know he got injured, but I really want him to come back. You're a little late and $1 short.
And it also make it make the mission
Just started
the
talking about
mission
it,
harder too.
so
Cause like yo,
thanks though.
yeah, from like your
I
equipment
hope
level
they
is
throw
based off of
Jakara
what they
in
have
there.
on
I've
it
been
too.
waiting to see her.
So like
If
you'll
she's
do a
still
mission
ready.
and you will see
Odyssey is
like the
still
mission level be
injured.
like 35, and then you got on some stuff that's like 37, but it's still showing like you're strong enough. But you go back and look at the people, they're still wearing stuff
All
that's
right.
not high enough.
So the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament is coming in 2 weeks, and we'll be able to see that. And it's gonna play out over the course of the next couple of weeks. So happy for y'all. Happy for everybody in the tournament. Good luck and don't fuck it up. Okay? In the words of RuPaul. I mean, good for her. It's a lot of people in the tournament. So, but good for good for Santino's daughter. Jakara is beautiful, and so is Ariana Grace. Who's his daughter? I don't know. I remember posting it a while back when I was posting the new PC recruits, and she was one of them, but I don't remember her name. So, I mean, whatever. Like I said, Kaylee Ray changed her name to Alba Fire, and I don't have an issue with this at all. Some people do, but I don't. How about, here's a crazy idea, we let it ride until it plays out? How about we give her a month, maybe 2, as Alba Fire and see how that all plays out? Yes? Awesome sauce. Great. So let's move on to NXT Spring Break In. Let's go to the sit down. So you're going to have Santos Escobar and Tony D'Angelo have a sit down. You've got the cartel and the mafia. I don't know how this sit down is going to play out, but I feel like they should be going into the ring, not sitting down having a conversation at no damn table. Okay. Now, I don't know who Tony D is going to have in terms to combat with Elektra Lopez, but Escobar has Elektra Lopez, and he's got Joaquin and Raul, and Tony has his goons, but he needs a female to round out his faction as well. So this can be an even kill between the two of them. So we're going to have to see what kind of tricks little the Don has up his sleeve in order to make this work in their favor. So let's move on. We got Grayson Waller, as Rico would call him, going up against Nathan Frazier. Now, Nathan Frazier would probably be more attractive if he cut his hair. This long hair takes away from how attractive he really is. I feel like if he cut his hair and get like a Brendan Fraser haircut, from the Mumby, he'd probably be fine as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just got to cut his hair. Cut your hair, fam. Grayson Waller, dry ass lips. His lips dry even on the damn. Lord have mercy. His lips dry. I don't care what nobody say. Him and his dry ass lips. Anyway, you got Grayson Waller going up against Nathan Frazier. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not as interested in this match as most people are. Grayson Waller has some okay high flyer skills, but other than that, I haven't seen what Nathan Frazier is capable of, so I can't really speak to his abilities. I can only speak to Grayson Waller's, and they're limited at best. However, we shall see. Okay. Ariana Grace is the daughter of to Santino, from what Rico told me. Okay. Ariana Grace is her name. I'm dying to see Jakara. She needs to be ready. They sent an update out. Hell, they need to put Simone in the tournament too. If she's healthy, I'm pretty sure she'll be in there. They haven't announced everybody that's going to be in the tournament. I'm fine with Alba Fire as long as she is there and doing her thing. I'm happy for her. What mission you doing depending on what they drop. You can I like it. Alba finna be jocking the bitches, smacking the hoes. Okay. I have taken a hot shower and scrubbed all this motherfucking sand out of my pores. All right then, Rico. Girl, Tony got 2 preteens as goons. Yeah, so it's like, that's so disappointing, Kenny. Watch him get Santino's daughter in his stable. I mean, if it worked for her, I don't like the hair, but I am a married woman. I don't know. I like the hair, but I am a married woman. I don't like his hair long like that. I feel like he should cut it. Alba Fire finna barbecue Mandy in a grill to kick off the summer. Wow. Okay. To piss people off is make Waller and Tiffany a thing. You know what, Don? That's probably true. It seemed like that's where they headed. But to be honest with you, I don't like Tiffany Stratton enough to care. So Whatever works for her is, because when she come on TV, I
Yeah,
change the
drop
channel
hella
for
quick.
real, for real. That is not even a lie, and I have yet, like, I don't do that all the time, or I haven't done that in a while when it comes to a superstar, because I've learned to like separate the kayfabe from the person. But her specifically, she irritates my motherfucking soul. So I just do not fuck with her like that. I don't care that she's
And then don't
there. I'm
forget
happy
about
she's there, and I'm
your what's
sure
the name
that
Charles
was
too
her
that you
dream
get
to be there.
when you
But
beat the
when
lovers.
she
Something
comes
in the
across the
chocolate too.
screen,
What's the immune
no,
charge?
I immediately change the channel
Oh, okay.
because I can't. I can't stand her voice. Tiffany Stratton be saying some small problematic digs, but I think that is part of her character. I don't really care what she be saying. I just don't like her. Grayson Waller and
Yeah,
Tiffany
because
is
that's how
when
you depending on the side mission. That's how you
two
lock in with the
bitches link
fastest growing
up and it's a
people.
broke connection. Girl.
Yeah, certain side missions give you
Anyway,
the
let's get off
key
of
so
Waller
certain
and
people can unlock
Frazier.
certain
Let's
other
get to
jobs.
the triple threat match for the North American Championship. You got Cameron Grimes going to the
Pretty
moon,
much, yeah.
and Solo and Carmelo are trying to derail it. So you have Carmelo trying to regain his North American Championship so he can be a
Yeah.
two-time, count them, two-time North American champion. Solo's trying to get his first ever title in WWE, and Cameron's trying to hold on to that piece of, how can you put it, gratitude, solidification, and just defining moment in his career with this
Look, them
North
first six
American
missions niggas gonna be
Championship.
drunk because he said that a lot.
Hopefully, Cameron will remain North American champion and they will move on to someone else. And I don't know what they're going to do with Solo, but I would have Solo go after Braun Breaker personally. I think that would be a great feud, but whatever works for you. So let's move on to the next bout that really, to me, doesn't have any significance and I don't really care about, and it really shouldn't be on the program. But the Creed brothers are going up against the Viking Raiders. And just because it's the Viking Raiders versus the Creed brothers, okay, I suspect this match will be a banger. So, I mean, at this point, there's no point in analyzing it. I don't care who wins the match. The Creed brothers more than likely will win, or Pretty Deadly will come out there and cost them the title. I mean, cost them the match. Either way, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. We're going to move on to the final match that was announced for spring break-in. PSA to all you kids out there, when someone tells you to go to the bathroom before you go to the bathroom before you go. A mess. Now, why these musty men facing the Creed brothers? Roderick set it up. He set it up. All right. Also, when you grown, you gotta pee. You gotta motherfucking pee. You ain't lying. Because holding your water when you grown is not the business. You will piss on yourself. Okay? All right, and the final bout that is going to happen at Spring Break-In is the girls, okay? So if you watch NXT 2.0 for the girls, then you most definitely are going to be watching this match. Cora Jade and Nikita Lyon will go up against Natalya and Lash Legend, and this is obviously a tag team match. Now, who do I think will win this bout? More than likely, the win will go to Nikita and Cora. But me personally, I would have Lash and Natalya go over on Nikita and Cora. That way you can kind of continue the feud between Cora and Natalya and push the feud further for Lash and Nikita. They seem to bring out the best in each other when it comes to their in-ring work. I saw pieces of their match. It was a little sloppy in the beginning with their, not in the beginning, but I think it was closer to the middle with their transition of them, bouncing off the ropes with each other, sliding under each other and doing all of that. Like, it seemed like that was a little bit sloppy. Like, one person wasn't getting the cue from the other, but they seemed to pull it together and actually make it work towards the end. So shout out to them for being able to adjust and fix, which is what you're supposed to do in a match. Well, Roddy, he a dumb bitch. Oh, child, I almost did. Them last 40 to 45 minutes of that drive were pure agony. Oh, no. And South Carolina roads are poorly made. Yes, sir, they are. So it was bumpy, pretty much. Natalya's titties being the forefront of the card. Child. I'm sick of her and them greased up softballs. I'm tired of that shit. I don't got to go with them titties. And that seems to be the full card for NXT's spring break-in. Now, if they're going to have anything special happen, any other matches announced, they have not announced it yet. So the women's tag team championships are not defended. The women's title is not defended. And that is it. All right. Donna says he has a question. As a male in a car with a male, why didn't you pee in a bottle? Or you could have peed in a bottle. Side of the road, you could have just got up over the side of the road and just stood there. You didn't even have to walk away. You could have just stood there and just peed and did your business and left.
Stupid.
He said she about to go and pump them titties before next week. Get that tire pressure up.
No, you cannot jump on this. What you doing?
I mean, Don have a good point. You are in a car with another male, so you'd have been okay. Just peeing. She said, I feel Rico wouldn't do that. You might be right in that front. He said, in a bottle? We only had our personal water bottles with us. Ew. Well, you could have got out and peed on the side of the road. Like, he could have pulled over. And you could have peed. Not on the highway, but you know what I mean. Like, get off the highway, segue off the highway, say you had to go to the bathroom. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of rest stops, or if you couldn't get to a rest stop, just pull over on the side of the road, get out, pee really quickly, and then get back in the car. I was driving once and had to pull over and piss, and I was like 5 minutes from home. And it's serial killer country. I ain't about to end up on a true crime doc, babe. Serial killer country is Washington. That's the serial killer belt. It's Washington, not in goddamn South Carolina. I'm sure it's serial killers everywhere. But goddamn it, when you got to pee, you got to pee. Your brother right there, and he's certified. Ain't he a marksman or something? He should have been able to get his marksmanship by now. Damn. In a bottle, no, on the side of the road. That's for everybody. We were in them country back roads. But you weren't by yourself. That's what I'm saying. You weren't by yourself. All right. So, just to reiterate about WrestleMania Backlash is set for May 8th, which is a Sunday or a Saturday. Is that a Sunday or a Saturday, JJ?
I want to say it's a Sunday.
Let me check. May 8th. It's a Sunday. So, and it's Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day, by the way. So, Mother's Day is WrestleMania Backlash, which I got to figure out something to get for my moms. Anyways, here are the matches for WrestleMania Backlash. Just to go over it, once again, they've added one new match to this card, which I suspect by next Monday they will have added at least two more. But Madcap Moss will go up against grown-up version of Caillou. I don't care. AJ Styles is supposed to go up against Edge. The Usos and RK Bro are supposed to compete to unify the tag team titles. Homelander is going up against Seth Rollins. And, of course, you have the I Quit match with Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. So that is your lineup currently for WrestleMania Backlash. There are some matches that may be added later on. Like you may have Bianca going up against Sonya Deville again. You might have Becky going up against Asuka. And they may figure out something with Austin Theory where maybe he's in a fatal four-way for the United States Championship. Hopefully they figure out a way to add Ricochet to that bout as well and let him have a match. So it is what it is.
Lord, it's death. That's how they were gone.
He said it literally takes seconds to push that shit out. He said, anyways, I made it. Okay, baby. The crisis was averted.
Because when I was doing it, my first time going through it, so we
And
were
he said he
showing us the
made it
fight
in
beginning. The first
time.
time you go through,
Child.
you're really supposed to run from. You ain't supposed to fight.
That match gonna be on the pre-show? Cause what the fuck? I don't know, babe. I hope so. Arcade ball adjustment. Wow. AJ versus Edge called the Pantene versus 2-1. Ooh.
Now then after I went through it a couple
Yeah,
times,
because it do look like he used a 2-1. Natty and Shayna versus Naomi and Sasha. You think that's gonna be added to the card? I mean, it could be. I ain't gonna shit on it. And Rico. Okay. So that is the WrestleMania Backlash lineup for right now. So now we're going to move into the fun stuff. Oh, one more thing. So a lot of y'all was really confused about this post that I posted in regards to Pat Buck. Nobody knew who he was. Well, Pat Buck was a WWE producer. And if you don't really know who he is, think back during the pandemic. If you recall, Nia attacked a WWE official and they referred to him as Pat Buck. And he had red hair with red beard, red hair, the whole nine. Pat Buck was a WWE producer for 2 years. And after a while, he realized that it was just too demanding of a job for him. So he left. But the last thing that he produced for WWE were 2 of the big matches on the card for WrestleMania. He produced Roman and Brock Lesnar's match for the unification title champion, for the unification of the title, and he also produced Ronda and Charlotte Flair's match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Those were the 2 lasting matches that he produced for WrestleMania, and he said he fulfilled his dream and his task as a producer for WWE, and he decided he was going to take a break and go live life and spend time with his family. Well, it seems that break is over because now Pat Buck is all elite, and he is a part of the AEW family, and he posted on his Twitter recently, "Life is short, work somewhere awesome at AEW." Speaking of AEW, you guys know last week we had a full conversation about Warner Media being brought out by Discovery. Now, here's where things are going to get a little sticky icky. Sticky icky. Okay? Just recently, they announced that Discovery, or rather, Discovery was not allowing TBS and TNT to create any more scripted television. That is outside of the scope, and they said that things are not looking good, that it's going to be an ugly couple of years for some of the stations that are owned by Warner Media and some of the companies that are under the Warner Media umbrella. Like I told you, they have to cut $3 billion in budget cuts from the entire company. Now, Warner Media is more than just TNT and TBS. They consist of movies, music, and television, entertainment all around. And so it makes it very, very difficult for you to decide if AEW is going to be one of those cuts or not. Now, to give AEW credit where credit is due, they are currently demographically one of the top rated television shows in their time slot on TBS. They pulled in the numbers that they're supposed to put in. However, those numbers are not as consistent as everyone is being led to believe. Warner Media spends about $45 million on AEW. That is how much they make annually, and their contract is set to be up in August of 2023. Now, they have been working on negotiating an extension of that contract, but that may be on hold because of the situation with the merger going through and everything going to a halt. And of course, with Warner Media not being able, TNT and TBS not being able to produce scripted television, you have to ask, is AEW considered scripted TV or is it considered sports entertainment?
All right.
I believe that it's going to be considered sports entertainment and not scripted television. So it is going to be an interesting thing to see how this will play out. But AEW has a lot of work to do to prove that they are worthy of being in staying in the conversation with AEW, I mean with Warner Media, and not being a part of those budget cuts, because if Discovery deems them a liability, they'll be shopping around their company sooner rather than later. And with the way that president now is doing things and how swift he is with that hammer, they really have to work at making sure that they are proving that they are undeniably a commodity to the station. With all that being said, good luck to AEW. But if they don't fix things and make sure that they are bringing in consistent numbers and they're not dwindling over time, and everything is being and they actually have a consistent flow of content every single week with consistent viewers every single week, they will be up in the air within a year or two shopping for a new network to go to. This is if they don't pull it together. So hopefully they'll pull it together, bring in more viewers, and they'll have more consistent views. With all that being said, good luck to you, AEW, and don't fuck it up. So let's pull in some of these comments. Yes. I only remember him in that thing with Naya back in the PC where she called him Ginger something. Yes, that is him. He looks like Sam Roberts. That's an insult to Pat Buck. That's not fair. He went to live life, breathe air, but somehow ended up there. Oh, that rhymed. Anyway, woo, child, that about to be a lot. Some pretty shitty air. Even though I'm not a fan, I will hope they find another channel if needed, because that's scary. Well, TK went and called Nick Khan out by name last summer, and now he got his own Nick Khan to answer to. Count your blessings, y'all. Child. I mean, you know, it's not ideal for AEW, no, but I think they'll be okay. I mean, as long as they are maintaining their ratings like they're supposed to, and really more specifically, not the ratings, but the advertising. The advertisers have to want to advertise on their show in order for them to be deemed a commodity. If they don't want to advertise on AEW, that could be a big problem. And that could mean that they either are going to get their budget cut where they're not going to get 45 million a year, or they could end up losing their footing at TBS and ended up shopping around for someone else. We don't know. Is CW still CW? Because that's where Ring of Honor used to be. They could go there, maybe. Oh, that's a really good idea. The CW is going to remain the CW, but however, I suspect just like every other TV station is getting cut, they're probably going to end up getting cuts too. More than likely, they've also suspended creating new television content for CW as well. I know that around Sweeps Week, CW puts out at least 4 to 5 new TV shows, and then some of them get cut and scrapped, and others keep staying. So I think that their new scripted television shows have been put on a halt as well. I don't think they're going to get the same leeway to be able to put out content the way that they did before. But the CW is still the CW. It hasn't changed. CW could use a boost. Well, yeah. I'm not one to wish for a wrestler to lose their jobs. But when the CEO is so quick to pop off at the mouth and then finds themselves in the same situation they talk shit about, back to YouTube, bitch. Ooh, y'all are ruthless here. I give little to no sympathy for Tony Khan. Oh, per Tony's. Well, that is it for our wrestling news. We don't really have anything else to talk about wrestling wise, so let's go to some mess. Okay, so I found some more videos on YouTube that I really wanted to show you guys, and I want y'all to know what's going on the TikTokies. So watch this video first, and I'll be right back.
I am the Ebony Warrior, leader of the Dark Brotherhood. I call upon my night-skinned brothers and sisters. Our time is now.
So you probably asking yourself, Tiffany, what the hell? Okay, so if you are interested in the anime world, and even if you aren't, this still applies if you're black or if you care about POCs. Anime is a massive genre of entertainment that is consumed by millions of people across the world. However, it is a Japanese based form of entertainment. Anime is consumed the same way that our primetime television shows are consumed here in the States. Now, you got to be asking yourself, what the hell is a night skin? Well, it's a racial slur that some anime fans have come up with. When there was a new anime that announced some new English dubbed actors, voice actors who were going to be voicing certain characters for a particular anime. And some of these actors happen to be black. So some of these anime purists, as they like to call themselves, got very upset and in their feelings and referred to those black actors as night skins. Okay? And everybody listened to it. It was just like, night skin sounds fucking cool. And it does. So instead of being upset by the slur, they took it and made it their own. There are countless of blurred TikTokers coming up with anime shows and movie concepts, lore, and everything they can think of to create this new world where the nightshades are all powerful beings and have great powers and are emboldened by the night sky. It's one of the coolest things, and it just really shows the resiliency of black people and how we ain't gonna never let nothing keep us down too bad. I just thought that was too cool to keep to myself, and I had to show. But it was so fucking awesome. If you go on YouTube and TikTok and you find some of those nightshade videos, just do some digging and look around, and you will see that the night skin stuff is everywhere. There are so many lores, so many witches and elvins and all types of stuff. If you're into that, you can see. And then there's a guy who plays Dungeons and Dragons. He created a whole section of night skin characters for D&D if that's what you're into. It's a really cool thing to look at. So shout out to the black people who came up with making night skins into something positive and, not letting them lemons stay lemons, but turning them into lemonade. Okay. But let's get back to y'all comments. Laugh out loud. Time for what? Because I ain't getting out of my bed. I can't with you. WWE said, well, all these hoes hate me because I'm the it girl. I've never asked to be the shit girl. Don't call me sis because I'm not your sister. I can't with you. Fastest reclaiming of a slur I have ever seen, and I love to see it. Right? It was so quick. They were so quick to change it around, and I just loved it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, let's move into something else a little less positive, but just juicy. Never forget SpongeBob wanted to be tan instead of sun bleach. Period. He wanted to be caramel, golden brown. People being stupid. He wanted to be real golden brown, honey. Let's go to this video because this video actually is something that a lot of girls on TikTok are trying to figure out how to do with their side hustle, but men can do it too. So I'm finna show y'all this video, and this girl is obviously trying to keep her anonymity together, so she will have a ski mask on her face, but it's a side hustle, but it ain't for everybody. So some of you little kids, don't be trying to go out here and do this shit, okay? Wait till you get to be 18, all right?
Here's how you're gonna start your next side hustle selling feet pics. Let's get it. So the first thing is start taking pictures. Your feet do not have to be pretty, but they do have to be maintained. So if the reason you aren't selling pictures is because you think your feet are ugly and that nobody will buy your pictures, you need to listen up. Make sure you get your pedicures and your foot scrubs to get off all the dead skin off of your heels. And when taking your pictures, make sure your feet are nice and oiled. Ladies, make sure your toes are polished. White is always best, but other colors do work as well. And an anklet or two won't hurt. In fact, they can only help. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create all of your social media dedicated to your new side hustle. And you're going to want to make your name the same across all of the social media platforms that you do sign up for. That way it is easier for your clients to find you. Next, you're going to optimize all of your social media profiles. That way when people are searching for content to buy, your name pops up in their search bar. If you're unsure about how to optimize your profiles, don't worry, I got you. I wrote a 60+ page ebook and I have a whole section on how to optimize your profiles. And your final step is start selling. You can make sales directly off of your social media profile in your DMs if you optimize your profile properly. The next way is to use sites like this, which directly connects you to people who are in the market for foot pics. But I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you. They do charge a small fee in order for you to use their site. You can also use this site to sell your pictures, but I find that people often try to lowball you and it's just not worth it. And it's as easy as that to start your new side hustle selling foot pictures. Be sure to like, comment, and follow for more.
Smooth with a rhyme, 5 years plus doing musical grind. Fuck hip hop and beautiful grind. I compose unusual lines. I'll prove with a 9 like 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me demonstrate. They need lift spot. This one elevates, they act stiff part. This one penetrates. Like heavyweight. Musical grind. Beautiful grind. Heavyweight. Usual 9. Like heavyweight. London, I wonder my jeans, I'm a conjurer. Northeast, south and west, I'm a wanderer. Think before I move, I'm a ponderer. Impose my will on a wall, I'm a conqueror. War me, better off death for the opera. Couldn't see my steps with binoculars. Till I'm prosperous, no to react like phosphorus. I said these when I gas. Helium, drop that bar in a wheelie bin. Said he's strapped, but I'm not believing him. Said he's trapped, but I'm not believing him. If I was you, man, I wouldn't be seen with him. Embarrassing, if he talks, I'm slapping him, grabbing him, then kidnapping him. Now they only see him on the news like they vote, I delegate weight. Who wants to war with the region? Beat the beat on streets and legion. Way too sick for the water of streamers. Subway killer, pasta for dinner. Tweet, bear twit to my Twitter. Back in these black, calls to my river. Sweet MCs, we bounce, let's dig up.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk to you about this so you understand. Because I always, before I even use it, I always talk
Hold on,
to
y'all. I mean, maybe go to Taco Bell because Taco Bell might not be closed. Okay? Because I don't know when the rest of the other places close. Anyway, so y'all saw the video. All right? I had to talk to my mother right quick. She said, y'all remember that lady who said she shoved the whole bag of jelly beans up her ass. So let me go back to some of these comments. Huh?
I'm sorry. One more thing.
Man.
We're going to pay
So Kitty said, so you're telling me
Oh wait, now we have the person thing. Hold on.
if I do this wild shtick, I gotta pay the website to use it? Crazy as hell. But see, okay. So let me clarify a few things. If you're gonna do, number one, you need to buy a burner phone. Burner phone would be track phone, something you could buy quickly at Walmart or at Target, something you would load up on a monthly basis, not something that you would keep. And you need to have a burner account. So you need to have an account like an extra card. Extra card, it would help build your credit, but that's a burner account. It's not to no money. All right. Then what you want to do is set up the Instagram, and you can just have them pay you through Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal, whichever way. You don't have to go through this website. You can negotiate your own shit. People will pay for whatever they want. That is if you are willing to do this. Now, the girl said the key thing is you have well-kept feet in order to sell feet pics.
Yeah.
It's a side hustle. Shit, you can have some money in your pocket and you ain't even got to be in the damn pictures. Okay? Shit. Y'all better do what y'all can to make some money in this motherfucking place. This nigga said, Rico said, y'all remember that lady who shoved the whole bag of jelly beans up her ass? I wonder how she's doing. Hope she's thriving. Go to hell, Rico. Go to hell.
Oh my God.
She figured out how to get the jawbreakers up there.
Hands on TV section.
All of y'all go to hell.
Oh man.
She said a whole bag. Well, Kenny, so the OnlyFans just for fans take away. You do not have to use those things. You can go through PayPal and set it up. And the only thing PayPal takes a percentage of is to process the payment. They don't take anything else from you. So I say, or you can just use Cash App. You need to set up a separate Cash App for this particular business. And I say, if you're going to do these types of businesses, whether it be sugar baby, whether it be doing feet pics or anything explicit in this regard, you do need to separate church and state. Separate church and state, fam. Do not put your business out there like that. You don't want everybody in your business. Don is right. You can use a sideline number, which is a secondary number connected to your phone. It'll basically be an extra phone on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Sideline is about $9.99 a month. You can use that, and it works really well. Only reason why I suggested a burner phone is because I like the idea of keeping all that shit separate off of my main phone and having a separate phone to do it. So if you're going to do it right. Okay? I thought it was a good idea to share. Shit. I feel like y'all got to figure out a way to make it in this world somehow. It's not dangerous because you're not giving nobody your address. You're not giving nobody your personal information. If people get creepy, you can block them. The only thing you showing is your feet. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's where we at. Let's move on to the next video. This one might be a little bit more lighthearted. I think this one is lighthearted. Let me see.
What's a movie that's a ripoff of another movie and no one seems to notice or care? I'll go first. Point Break and The Fast and the Furious. Undercover cop infiltrates a gang of robbers because he's down with the culture. His main mark takes him into his family and shows him the way. He falls for the girl, realizes they're not so bad, and blows his own cover.
That's how you do it, shit, like...
And when it ultimately comes down to doing his job, he lets his man get away. He did owe him a 10-second car, though. Let me know your movie ripoffs in the comments and follow for more.
I never would have put Point Break and Fast and the Furious together in any way, shape, or form. But
God.
he's right. If you haven't seen Point Break, it's a very old school movie about some surfers who rob banks, I believe. And essentially, Keanu Reeves is the cop who infiltrates the organization. He becomes very close to them, similar to the way Brian became close to Dominic Toretto and them and became a part of the family. He ultimately ends up letting his guy go, as did Brian let Dominic go. So that is very much a blatant ripoff. My sister leave her car and her cover and pillow in the truck. That's love. I can't. So I thought that was cute. Let me put some more videos up.
I saw this video the other day, and it was this white kid who went to a black barber for the first time, and he was talking about how it changed his life because it was the first time he got like a real fade and lineup. And I had a similar experience, but for me, it wasn't the first time I went to a black barber. It was the first time I went to a black church. Bro, we were in Florida, and I grew up in a Baptist church. We Googled a church nearby, and there was one. It was like Mount Zion Baptist Church. So we are like, oh, we'll go there. But we pull up, right? And first thing I notice is I'm like, oh, there's so many colorful suits here. Didn't even realize they made like purple and orange suits. I get out, I walk through the door, right, and everyone's just like, oh, hello. I was like, hello, and I kind of look around, I'm like, oh, I'm the only white person here. I was like, oh, dude, I think this is a black church. Like, I've heard about these, but I live in a small town in southern Ontario, so obviously I'd never been to one. So everyone comes up to me, most friendly group of people I've ever met. All these old black women are just giving me the best hugs, dude. Felt so loved, right? So I sit in my pew, service is starting. Choir walks out from the back, right? Okay, they all have matching robes on. I'm like, nice. Bro, they started singing. Let me tell you something. Black people singing gospel music, nothing like it. I had goosebumps, dude. And they're singing, right? And it's just getting better and better. Midway through the worship, dude, they're running up and down the aisles of the church. So the congregation is shouting and waving freaking hanky. All these old ladies had these like fans that spread out and were just fanning themselves and shouting. It was like, let's go! I was fired. I was jazzed, dude. Just like clapping my hands off beat because I have no rhythm. One old lady just stopped. She's like, no. I was like, yes, ma'am. Okay, so then the pastor gets up, right? Freaking snakeskin dress shoes, like a purple zoot suit. I was like, okay, sir, you have my attention. Bro, he started speaking. Okay, no notes, no bullet points. I don't know if he was just making it up on the spot. The Holy Spirit was feeding him lines. And then partway through his sermon, the organ started playing while he was speaking. Just he's dripping sweat, just yelling, dude. Organ's going. People are shouting and running up and down the aisle. I was like, this is incredible. I felt like I was getting like a halftime speech before I go out and finish the second half of the Super Bowl. Bro, I don't care who was in that service. If Charles Darwin was in that service and experienced that, he would be like, oh, there is a God. There is a God. I've been wrong. I've been mistaken. You couldn't help but feel the Holy Spirit, baby. Oh, man. I wish someone would come to St. Thomas, Ontario and start a black church. That's the problem. Any church I go to now around here just feels so boring and dull. I've grown up in church my whole life, but that was the first day I'd ever truly gone to church, dude.
You do that one.
I fucking love that TikTok because he was so hype to just go absolute dead on about how great black church can be. And we all know that the church has some dark sides to it, but when it's good, it's good. And I was so glad that he was just like, you ain't been to church if you ain't been to a black church. And he's right. Especially if you ain't been to a Baptist, Kojic, or a holiness church. You don't know what you're talking about. Or non-denominational as well. You ain't never been nowhere. Anyway, Rico compared. This is what Rico was talking about. Now, the last clip we put up was about movies being a blatant ripoff of other movies. And Rico says Shrek and Get Out are like that too. A wealthy girl brings her spouse to meet her racist parents who try their best to split them apart and shit. Get Out is not the premise of Get Out at all. Get Out's entire premise was they wanted to live forever, and in order for them to do that, they would implant themselves into black men and dull their subconsciousness so their subconscious could take over, and they would literally be like fucking skinwalkers. Okay, you cannot compare the two of them in that way. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Like, they're not even close. Right. They tried to send Shrek back home, not trap him and kill him, right? She's the man and Miss Congeniality. I would say more like Big Mama's House and Mrs. Doubtfire. The only thing is, in Big Mama's House, Martin was trying to figure out, the murderer, and in Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams was trying to stay close to his kids. So that's the difference between the two. But they had a similar premise for the story, Well, Fiona's father did hire an assassin. So what?
Hey, look here.
So what?
That dude had to go.
Chase and Poppy and the other woman are the same, basically. Fair point. And Shrek took that potion that turned him and Fiona into a human, but that was the physical embodiment of them. It just changed their outer appearance. It didn't make them turn into different fucking people. Rico, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up, Rico, because you just acted ignorant. You ignorant. You know damn well them two movies don't fit. All right, so let's go to some more of the shit I normally post. Here we go. The mess.
I was recently seeing a guy that I really liked. He was very kind. We're both single parents with custody of our kids, so I thought it would be a really great relationship for the both of us. When we first started talking, he texts back very sparsely. It would be days before I receive a text back. This went on for a month until he got drunk and started texting me. We had a really good conversation and he got more frequent. We finally met and it felt like we were fit perfectly. Fast forward, he started texting me less and less until communication literally stopped. I made his son an Easter basket and just to do something sweet, but by now he doesn't even talk to me. On Easter, I was with my best friend and we both recently have been dedicated to these relationships that obviously aren't going anywhere. We were drunk and she hyped me to go up to his house over an hour away and drop off the Easter basket and try to resolve things. He wouldn't even come outside or open the door. I didn't argue or yell, but I'm super embarrassed because it's out of character of me. Was I wrong for going? Absolutely wrong. The man has been ignoring you. And then you drive an hour away, intoxicated, to go see a man that ain't even responding to you, sis. And the thing is, you're thinking about the potential. You're thinking about, oh, we have so many similarities. You know, he's a single parent, I'm a single parent. It's going to work. You cannot date like that. You have to go by what's happening. You can't think of what could be. Right? Because y'all have such similarities. You have to think about what's happening now. When he's ghosting you, that automatically means that he's not feeling you, in my book. Take it from somebody who has been ghosted, played, rejection. Rejection is tough, especially as a woman. But you gotta stand 10 toes down and keep it moving. Block this man, because you looking like a clown. You looking like a clown out here. You and your homegirl, y'all both are in situations where the men don't really want y'all. Listen, what I know based off of dating, forget that podcast. If somebody likes you and you like each other, it will be effortless. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime it feel like tug of war, anytime it feel like you about to have a stroke, you're doing too much. Block this man, bruh. Don't hit him up no more.
I'm trying to figure that one out.
Well, if you didn't hear what she said the girl was vibing with this dude. He wasn't giving her no play until he got drunk, and then he texted her and came over. Then after that, he stopped vibing with her, stopped giving her play again. She got drunk with her friend, and her friend dared her to take his son this Easter basket, and she wanted to know, was she wrong for going over there drunk and trying to resolve things with the man? I 100% agree with the girl on TikTok. Yes, you were wrong. Everything she said was the actual factuals. You cannot allow yourself to be so immersed with a person knowing they do not want you. Hear me when I say this. They don't want you. and you continue to pursue them despite the fact that you are well aware that they don't want you. Did they verbalize it? No, but their actions speak louder than words. And for you to continue to attempt to pursue, you can't get mad after that because you've already been warned. You've already been given the keys to the fucking kingdom at this point, and you are acting as if you don't know how to open the door, bitch. Like, let it go. You shouldn't have went over there. You shouldn't have even had a conversation with it. Like, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have done it. You look like a damn fool. I would have blocked him the first time he ghosted me. Some people just need to learn when they aren't wanted around. I mean, that in itself is just obvious. He obviously don't want to talk to you. He had to get intoxicated. Think about what she said. He had to get drunk just so he can have a full conversation with you. No, you got to think of yourself as worth more than that. And you can't keep putting yourself in a situation where you are being treated like you are a second-class citizen. That's not okay.
Email sent to me, baby daddy drama. Here we go. So, I got a situation. Had a beautiful baby boy 3 years ago with my baby daddy. We only got together once and were intoxicated at the time. But after bang bang, he insisted we get married. I said no. When he found out I was pregnant, he said again to marry me. But I don't love him, so I just said no again. I've since moved on, and I'm dating a woman who is a wonderful parent to my child. But last week, my baby daddy showed up, we had drinks, and we were having such a good time that it brought back old memories, and I suggested we have another baby. We end up just falling asleep, but now I'm up in my feelings. I'm not sure if I should marry him and have another baby. He is definitely still willing to, or stay with my lovely girlfriend who is the light of my life. Thoughts? God damn it.
Girl, put that cat up. You don't love him. You don't love him, bitch. You just got drunk and had some good conversation with a man all of a sudden. You confused as hell. You don't know what you want. You stringing this man along. He done asked you to marry him twice. You said no because you don't love him, but you had a baby by him. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Then you get with a woman, you claim you in love with her and she the light of your life, but you willing to sit down with your ex and have a baby with him. So you telling me you're going to have a whole ass baby with this man. God damn it. And you don't love him. You don't want to be with him. But your baby's your girlfriend, your girlfriend who you claim you love and you want to be with, and she's the light of your life, as you put it. But you're willing to have a baby on her. Like, do you not hear yourself? Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Bitch, whatever the fuck you got going on, figure it out. Because you're ignorant. And you selfish. Okay? Just hogging up all of the peoples. First, you got a man on your 6. Then you hogging up this girl. That ain't fair. It's some people who really might love them. And you hogging them up because you don't want either one of them. Let's just keep it real. You just like the fact that this girl and this guy is all up in your 6 and giving you all types of the feels. And you like the fact that you got people who just loving all over you. Yep. You just like the attention with your trifling ass. You trifling. And the fact that you will bring a baby into this really speaks volumes about your personality and where you come from. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. Just wrong. Just wrong.
This is a highly requested doodle alert. This is a doodle alert. This is a doodle alert. My wife poops in the shower. Why y'all keep doing this shit to me? My wife poops in the shower and stomps it down the drain. Not a joke. She recently told me this and I've been living with it for weeks now. She even broke the news to me while laughing about it. You know what a waffle stomp is? She asked me as she laughed and laughed so hard she started crying. I feel disgusted and betrayed. I can't even look at her over breakfast anymore before I head off to work. And while at work, all I can do is wonder to myself, is she doing it right now? Apparently, this has been going on for years. Says she uses all the scented candles. She obsessively buys online to mask the smell. I work 12 to 15-hour days, so plenty of time to cover up her doodle stink. A few times we had to snake the drain due to a clog. Now I know why. I'm not sure I can live this life anymore. Sir, I don't blame you if you decide to leave your woman. Because your...
So let me get this straight. Let me get this right. You hoes.
Okay, there we go.
And I mean that with all of the admiration I could give.
I messed it up. Hit the wrong
you hoes are shitting in the tub.
Anyway.
You're shitting in the tub while you take a shower. And you're laughing about it. And it's gotten so bad that they've had to call a plumber out to snake the drain because you keep shitting in the tub. And you want to know what to do, sir? Beat her ass. This is the only time where I would say domestic violence is justified. Fuck that. That is nasty. Okay? You need a curb stomp. Okay? You need to be punted. Okay? You nasty bitch. You nasty bitch. You're disgusting. Kill yourself. I've never said that to anybody. But you deserve it. Because I know you put your hands on it. I know you nasty bitch. And it's funny. It's funny to you. Now, see, if he was a dirty ass nigga, he'd squat next to you right in the bed and take a shit right next to your face. And go to work. See how you like it. And then your nasty ass is using motherfucking... You using motherfucking candles to mask the smell. Mask the smell? What kind of toxic waste shits are you taking? No, we're not going to put up with that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Hold on. Let me get some of these comments up, because bitch, they got me fucked up. Just stop after having another baby. That's stupid. This is for the previous one. Girl, why is this even a question? She love he must make good kids. She don't love him, just his pink. She don't love nobody but herself. She said, excuse me? She already got one baby by this man and is playing house with this girl, but wants another one. Excuse me, bitch. That's what she said. No, nope. Burn the whole tub. Divorce. At her big age, get the belt. Kill the visuals, Jesus. Kill the visual. Kill it. Kill it now. He said, Tiff, stop. Too much. It's too much. A toxic attraction. Facts, Mortgage. Absolutely. Leave her and take all the money if possible. Bitch, let her have it. Just shoot her. Shoot her. Do you hear me? Let me see if I can find that gift. I think I uploaded it. Did I upload it?
Repeatedly.
Damn it, I did not upload it. Super got one. Just go shoot her. Shoot her. You a nasty scoundrel for that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Let me see if mine is open. I think mine is closed.
Sometimes it costs for it.
Are they closed? They probably closed. Shoot her. Shoot that bitch. No, you nasty. Shoot her dead. I drop her off at the zoo. I ain't dropping her ass off nowhere. She can walk. Nasty bitch. All right, let's do a break and put up something else.
Am I the asshole for winning the lottery 10 years ago and never telling my husband, who I'm still married to? This one is crazy. Watch to the end. The lottery winning took place back in August 2012, and Mike and I were married in October 2012. It wasn't a fortune, but enough to make a difference. After taxes, it came out to right around $480,000. Most people would be over the moon, but I panicked. I didn't want our life to turn upside down because we had extra money now. I was still legally single at the time, and so I was able to accept it anonymously without the need to tell anyone else. So I didn't tell anyone else. Not a single soul. Not my husband, my parents, my siblings, best friends, etc. Only the state and federal governments. My husband has a tendency to spend on things we don't need and that aren't going to benefit us in the long run, so I didn't want our money to be blown away quickly on stupid stuff like cars and clothes. I opened a new bank account with the National Credit Union and put the check in. Got started with a financial advisor, Keith, who guided me into investing in local businesses and real estate, and that's that. It's been sitting there since, just growing. Flash forward to today. I'm doing dishes, getting ready to start making dinner, and my phone rings. I can't get to it, but figure I'll call them back. Then I get a text. No big deal. I'll get to it in a minute. My husband came into the kitchen and glanced at my phone to let me know who texted me and called me, which he always does if my hands are full. It's Keith. He called and texted me to let me know my account just hit $1 million after one of the energy companies I invested in soared recently. My husband is stunned, has no clue on what even to say, staring at me until he says, "We have $1 million?" I was so flushed, but finally just sat him down and explained.
Okay. Sis won the lottery, invested the money, and kept it hidden. She said she ended up getting $1 million. Explain to him that she invested the money. Now, I didn't go to his YouTube to look at part 2, but if her husband was bad at money and she was trying to invest it, I don't see no problem with that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. The man not good with money. He would have frivolously spent the money, she said. So I see nothing wrong with that. I thought it was a very, 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 very smart thing to do, honey. Let me see if I can find part 2, since Rico is incessant that he has to have part 2. Okay. Rico has to have part 2, so y'all gonna have to just listen. Since Rico gotta have a damn part 2.
Oh. Well, no. Nope. Oh, that's guitar shit. What's this? Okay, so pull up the main menu, go to system settings. And then in the system settings, it should be all of this metal settings tab. You click on that and you set up what parameters you want.
Like I hid a huge part of myself from him. We might just need a vacation now. Am I the a-hole? Are you the asshole in this situation? Kind of. I believe in transparency in a relationship. This was a huge decision that you made all on your own. Like, yes, you got the money right before you got married, but you were also dating and engaged to this man and then married him with this large sum of money and never told him about it. You would expect that if he had this type of large sum of money that he would tell you about the finances that he had. You didn't do that. So while, yes, you invested the money wisely, you not being forthcoming is borderline lying, and especially after almost 10 years, it does feel like a shock, because on one hand, it's great that you saved this money. On the other hand, but in your husband's mind, how the hell did she lie to me for 10 years and hide something this significant from me for this long? Not only
Okay, so essentially she sat down with him and told him everything, and he was shocked and was like, I need a minute to process it. She feels like if she takes him on a vacation, he might be able to accept it and move on. But it's been 10 years that they had this money, and she invested the money and kept the money there. They obviously weren't living like a hovel for 10 years. If they were living like some motherfucking shabby ass people for 10 years, then I'd be like, you know what? You fucked up. But I don't know. I don't think she's the asshole. Do I think that she was dishonest? Yes. Does that make her an asshole? Not necessarily. She understood that her husband was more about materialistic things and that he would have blew through that 400,000. It wouldn't have been successfully invested. So she did what she felt was necessary to protect the investment, but also protect herself and protect her money. Now, this was done before they were married and together. This was done while they were engaged in a couple, but they were not married. So she was well within her right to keep the money to herself. Now, do I think that she should have been transparent with her husband? Of course. I won this money. I'm putting it away. I'm not spending it. We're not touching it. It is going to build so it can be a nest egg for us. That's something that she could have done, but she chose to keep it from him. Now, she may have had her reasons, but it was fucked up. I'm not going to lie. It was fucked up. But if it was me, see, Gerard's not the one who's bad with money in my relationship. I'm the one who spends the money a lot. So if it was me, I probably would have gave the check to AJ to put away because he would have held it. He would have made sure that it was protected. Whereas I would have been going out. We would have had a brand new house. He would have had a new car. It would have been decked out, and we would have had maybe $100,000 left. Damn. Because I'm horrible with money, I can admit that. I'm not great with it. He's better at that than me. So I leave that kind of stuff to him. When it comes to saving and holding on to stuff, I leave that to him. It's obvious she didn't trust him enough to do that, which can lead to a bigger problem because trust is a big issue in a relationship. So I can understand how he could kind of feel betrayed, but at the same time, what do you want? You're playing too. Wasn't he supposed to take a shower?
Mm-hmm. I forgot to take a shower. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt your podcast, Auntie.
You're fine. Any whoosies.
If I'm not mistaken,
nothing wrong with her. I mean, it is her money. So if he's mad about it, I mean, I think he's more mad about her lying than it being her money. I think that's more the issue. I know her husband mad as hell. Probably like, we could have bought a Tesla and some Gucci belts. That's part of the problem. I would take him on a vacation to make him feel better. So he lucky she told him and not in 20 years. Now and not in 20 years. Oh, babe. I don't blame her at all because now that he know it's there, he gonna want to use it. Tip win the lotto and be like, material girl, I want Chanel books. I be done spending. I ain't lying. Me and AJ would have, but I'm not like a fucking idiot. Like I would have invested in something to maintain the money so we can live off the interest instead of living off the principal amount of money. But I would have had I would have told AJ to take this part of the money and take it to the bank so it could be set up in an interest-bearing account so it can gain interest with the money going in there. And then I'd have been like, let's go look for a house. We go get a house. We don't need a big house. It's just me and him. We don't have no kids. We just need a house that got 3 bedrooms in it, possibly a basement or an attic, 2 bathrooms, maybe 2.5 bathrooms. That's it. We don't need nothing else. I mean, AJ, right? We don't need nothing else. We need no big ass house. I mean, because I don't want my family to live in my house with me. I love my family, but no, absolutely not. So anyway, let's move on to the other videos I got set up. I think I played all of them except for this one.
I was tagged a bunch of times to read this one. Am I the hygiene police? Girlfriend never seems to wash before I eat her fronts. I've noticed that every time I go down on my girlfriend that she's a bit ripe. I haven't brought it up yet because I don't want to hurt her feelings. But this morning she was really smelly and I don't mind if she smells a bit funky. In fact, I like it. We were both really into it this morning though, so I kept going because she was really enjoying it so much. I feel like because I never mentioned it before, she must think I like it. But this morning was extra pungent. She has really big lips, and I've always noticed that she's getting a bit gruely. But this morning was like stale piss and bit like prawns. I feel like it was kind of gross. But I was mega turned on. I'm not sure what to do. It seems kind of gross, but I'm still turned on by her so massively and love giving her the front licks. I've asked her if she wanted to shower before we do it, but she prefers to shower and clean up after. It's a fair enough argument to me. She also says she gets aroused by her own scent, which I think is kind of hot, but I'm not sure if I feel dirty because I do it anyway.
Nigga, you're nasty. Okay, what is going on here? What is this? What is this? What is this? So you telling me you sleeping with your girlfriend. Your girlfriend smells like piss and prawns. And you lick her coochie anyway. You eat her box anyway. And then you say, it slightly turns me on. I don't know what to do. Bitch, take a shower. You want to know what to do? You asked her. She said no. Okay, babe, I'm not eating your box till you take a shower. You nasty bitch. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, you're going to fuck around. You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Since you like getting graphic about what you like doing, let me tell you what's going to happen. Number one, you're going to fuck around and your mouth going to contract gonorrhea. Because your girl don't wash her ass after she take a piss. And to be honest with you, that's nasty. You got piss on your pussy lips. You nasty bitch. You can't even have the audacity to wash your coochie. And then you're going to tell him, no, you're not going to take a shower? When it's niggas out here that won't even wash their ass, what the fuck is going on around here? What is happening? Y'all don't want to wash your asses no more? Is that what we paid for? Is that what's going on here? You don't want to wash your ass?
Really?
Before you have relations, do you know the amount of disrespect that you have to have for you to lay your ass there knowing you just took a piss and then be like, yeah, baby, why don't you eat me out? Piss smelling like straight ammonia because you don't drink water. You can't drink water if you don't want to wash your ass. Okay? You just can't. I don't believe you. Firing squad. Put to death. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. You need to be put to death. Firing squad is the only answer and solution to this. It's the only one. Put to death. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm never going to nobody's house again because it just seems to me like and then what if she could
mother?
Oh, gross. This is why you're not supposed to eat everybody's food. This is why you're not supposed to eat everybody's food. Because the same motherfucker eating a pissy coochie is the same bitch talking over the table at you at Thanksgiving, spitting over the mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and shit. Now, what did I say? I don't like it when stinky people call other people stinky because you both fucking smell. That house is a whole outbreak, period. They caused all of this.
Yeah.
It sounds so bad. Their house was ground zero for COVID. No.
Okay, well, it's there.
They can't help us. All right.
This is a shortcut to go back down to the first floor.
We're moving on from the pissy cooch queen. And now we're finna get into the 6 brown chicks because they always give us something. And then we're going to close out for the night because that's what I wanted to do. So we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to get into the mess.
I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, cause it feels so great. Bye, see you could come back. I think about you, can I do? I wanna know if I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, 'cause it feels so great. Bye, bye, see you, come back, need it. I think about you, can I do? I wanna know if you think of me too. Baby, come over, let me kiss you. How long is baby, tell me, baby, tell me. How long is how long baby, tell me, baby, tell me. I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time. I don't wanna be without you again. I want you to stay, 'cause it feels so great. Bye, bye, see you, come back, need it. I think about you, can I do? I wanna know if you think of me too. Baby, come over, let me kiss you. How long is baby, tell me, baby, tell me. How long is baby, tell me, baby, tell me. I just wanna go where you go tonight. Baby, hold my hand, take me one more time.
All right. Charlie, are you gonna go get the food or no?
Yeah, I can go over.
Well, it's 10 o'clock, so you need to let me know when you're gonna leave. What are you gonna do? You gonna go Taco Bell?
Okay.
Okay, you need to let me know when you're gonna leave. Can you do that? Yes. Great. All right.
Yep.
We're gonna get into it. Yeah, he's stupid. All right, here we go. 6 Brown Chicks, and this is where I get the questions from. They are currently on Twitter. If you want to go look at it on Twitter, they are at 6 Brown Chicks on Twitter. Here is question number 1. I'm involved with my girlfriend of 11 years. I didn't marry my girlfriend because she couldn't afford the lifestyle I wanted. Red fucking flag. I've caught an STI 2 times in the last month. After I get treated, the gonorrhea returns. How to confront them? Sir, nigga, you got 2 girlfriends. You got a girlfriend and a wife. Correction. Bitch, firing squad. That's how you confront them. To yourself. You can't confront them because you already cheating yourself. Maybe, I don't know, use a fucking condom, you nasty bastard. Why is it so difficult for you to wrap it up? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Really?
Like, why are you sleeping with 2 women unprotected? You think they're going to be faithful to you? You're not faithful to them, dumbass. How to confront them. How to confront them. That's how you do it. That you yeet their ass. This how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Just throw the table. That's how you. How to confront. No. I just want to understand. I'm just trying to understand the logic. I'm just trying to understand the logic. Like, I just want to truly understand where it come from, because I'm just looking at you like, really? Really, bitch? No, you can't confront them. Go get yourself tested and use a damn condom. Go get the treatment, use a condom, and stop messing with a girl when you got a wife. And wait a minute, why are you relying on someone to give you the lifestyle you want? Why you can't give yourself a lifestyle?
Take us back down.
Nasty
To the
bitch.
previous point, to the same point.
You worthless. You worthless. Moving on. Question number 2. Question number 2. It's raining inside my apartment. My landlord, you're out next month. Why do you care? My man hadn't paid my rent in 5 months and didn't tell me I was evicted. He's in Miami with his wife.
I don't know.
I'm gonna reread this because I can't. I can't. It's raining inside my apartment. My landlord, you're out next month. Why do you care? My man hadn't paid my rent in months, and he didn't tell me I was evicted. He's in Miami with his wife. I destroyed his car with my key and sent my news to his wife. She's unbothered. What can I do? What can you do? Bitch, you need to be concerned about being homeless. What is going on here? Are you serious? You know what? I need to go to Instagram with this because this is taking me out.
You could drop them.
So I just really? Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Wow.
Oh, we good, bro.
I can't with y'all. I'm going to switch over to Instagram for the rest of these because I got to get some content up on Instagram and I'm at the 2-hour mark over here. So I'm going to end the show here. I will be back on here probably Saturday to do some more of these. Maybe I might go to Reddit for some of these, but y'all be easy. I'll see y'all on Instagram because I need to do this on Instagram because some of these are just too funny to not do on Instagram. Or maybe I can go live on Instagram right now. Maybe I'll keep it. Should I stay over here on YouTube or go over to Instagram? What y'all think? I'll ask y'all first. They should go to Instagram. Instagram might censor me from saying what I want to say. They might shut my live down and block me and shit. She said, stay here. I need more.
Wow.
I can't. Child. I'll do it both. That way people who on Instagram, YouTube need to break from that first story. Oh, create a room by inviting others to broadcast with you. Manage your live. Oh. Anyways, so I am live on YouTube and I'm live here on Instagram as well. And I need to tell these stories here so that everybody can hear it and everybody can see it because I'm not the only one. Okay. I'm on YouTube as well as Instagram because I want to make sure that everybody has a place to be. So some of y'all might leave from here and go to Instagram. Some of y'all might leave Instagram and come here because it's not as censored on Instagram. And over here on YouTube, you can say whatever you want. So I was going to end this, but I'm going to keep going. We're going to move on to the third question. So we're talking about these questions and this relationship advice. This is on the 6 Pound Chicks Twitter. And I'm not giving no advice. I'm just cussing people the fuck out, okay? To a tip to top of the platforms right now. Facts. Getting my content up. Getting my content up. All right. So here's the third question for the 6 Brown Chicks Q&A on Wednesdays. They have it every Wednesday, and it is hashtag SBC chat. And there's always someone asking for help. And this one is still a doozy, just like the last two. If you missed the last two, God help you. Here is question number 3. My girlfriend's 17-year-old son stole her money and invested it in Bitcoin. $1,000 is gone. My girlfriend forgave him, but I think she should put him out and press charges because that's money I really needed. I'm out of work. She spoiled him because his dad is dead, and I'm sick of it. Help. Sir, you can't say anything because you don't have a fucking job.
Again, this is the same elevator. This is taking us down.
You don't have a job, sir. You cannot speak on what she does with her kid because you're broke. And it doesn't seem like you're actively pursuing a job. Now, I will say, if the boy is spoiled and she's just giving him all he wants, then you should say something to her. But you don't have to treat that with kid gloves because she's going to say your broke ass can't say nothing. I suggest you get a job and move out and get your own place. Because it sounds like to me you living at her house under her rules. And I wouldn't give a shit about what her son doing. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay, you good.
You're not finna fuck up your own bag, bitch. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Just sit back, relax, and enjoy your Cheerios and don't eat his Captain Crunch, okay? That's how you fix that, honey. Because you can't say nothing because you don't have no money. You don't have no money. You don't have that. You broke. You're broke, sir. Yeah. And that's what she gonna say. You're broke. You don't have no money. Why are you talking to me? You're broke, baby. So just keep on looking for a job, keep on searching, keep on praying, keep on going, and maybe, just maybe, the good Lord will bless you with that job, right? Okay, let's move on to the fourth question because that one. Question number 4. My girlfriend has a hypersexual disorder. I always say that context is key, right? So we need to find out what hypersexual disorder is. It sounds like I have an idea of what that is, but just to be fair, we need to find out what hypersexual disorder is. According to the Googlers, hypersexual disorder is an obsession with sexual thoughts, urges, or behaviors that may cause distress or that negatively affects health, job, and or relationships. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so now we know what it is. Let's go back to the question. My girlfriend has hypersexual disorder. I try to keep up and I can't. She sleeps with any adult male or female that enters our home.
Where y'all live? I can't with you.
My friendships with others are ruined as everyone has slept with my girl or visits me just to sleep with my girl. I love her. This hurts. Help. Sir, your girlfriend ain't got no hypersexual disorder, okay? Let me read to you what the definition of hypersexuality is. It is an obsession with sexual thoughts, urges, or behaviors that may cause distress or that negatively affects health, job, or relationships. Now, it do sound like it fit, but I don't think that's the case. I think your girlfriend just a hoe. I think she a hoe. I think she is a hoe. Okay, I don't think your girlfriend got no hypersexual disorder. Now it may just be, she may be diagnosed. I ain't gonna sit up here and say no, that ain't true. I'ma say, okay, let's play devil's advocate. A la Nicole, your girl is out here sleeping with any and everybody that come into your home. Everybody that come in your house, male, female, she don't care what they identify as. Oh, she gonna fuck them. And you sit up here talking about some help. I love her. Well, it's clear that despite her disorder, that means nothing to her. Whatever happens to her when new people come into the house, she's going to make sure she gets a piece. And your ass is just going to end up being hurt. So it's either you protect your heart and your soul, or you keep trying to keep this woman on the sidelines. I don't know what else to tell you, but that's just messy. Now, if y'all just coming in on Instagram, we ain't talking about wrestling, baby. Hold on, let me put the little thing in so y'all can see, so y'all don't think we in here talking about wrestling. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so now y'all can see what we talking about. But girl, I mean, dude, listen. You putting yourself through a lot of stress and heartache over a bitch who don't give two fucks about you. Now, let's, like I said, we playing devil's advocate here. The girl may have the hypersexuality disorder, but she cannot control herself. Therefore, she is not worth the time nor the effort. You're going to put yourself through a lot of pain and heartache for nothing. And it's clear she's not actively seeking help to get it rectified or to fix the issue. She's not trying to seek help to calm the storm. She's allowing it to take over her life and destroy yours in the process. Drop that bitch before she fuck you up. And it seems like she done already messed you up a little bit, but let her ass go. Now, let's not play devil's advocate. Your girl a hoe. She out here fucking friends, your family members, anybody who comes in the house, she trying them. And what kills me is she know that they're your family. I can see if it was a random nigga off the street, which that's even worse, to be honest with you, because you can get anything. You know, be like that nigga that was in the last story that ended up getting STIs from his girlfriend and his wife, and he don't know which one giving them to him. Okay? No, ma'am, Pam. No, ma'am, Pam. You need to leave that hoe. She don't love you. She never will. All she care about is keeping her coochie filled with whatever it can get filled with. And I mean that. Get it together. Drop that bitch. Drop her before you fuck around and get something that can't be cured. You feel me? I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Because that ain't right. Now, I don't think the woman got no hypersexuality disorder. I don't think she got it. I think she just being a hoe. That's just me. But like I said, if we playing devil's advocate, she is not actively trying to get herself together so that she does not hurt you like this anymore. She doesn't care. Therefore, drop her ass. I throw her outside right now. She could be for the streets for real. She would not be in my house. And that's just facts. Okay? She would not be in my house.
Right.
I'd be like, ma'am, you need to call your next of kin. Okay? So they can come get you. Otherwise, I'm dropping your ass off at a shelter. Because you're getting your hot box ass out of my house. Okay?
Oh, God damn it. I hit the wrong damn button.
Rico says she
hit the wrong button.
What kind of game she be spitting, baby? I don't know. I don't know what kind of game she's spitting, honey. I don't know. Rico said, y'all saying she for the streets, but I just want to know how she be seducing these people. Baby, I don't know. I can't give you all that. I can only give you what they giving. Let me see if they added something to it. Let me see.
Yeah, because I hit the wrong damn button. I gotta do it again. This is the thing over here, too.
They said she medically proven to be for the streets. Bitch, I can't. Anyway, we're moving on to the next question because that's a mess in itself. A whole mess.
Let me do this again.
Question number 5. My husband quit his job after he found an online masterclass that's a pyramid scheme and a cult. He sells goods for a fake guru. He's broke and destroyed our credit. He cheated with another member. I begged him to stop. He says I live in the Matrix and I'm against him. So let me get this right. Your husband is involved in a cult. It sounds like Scientology to me.
I don't know.
Which fuck Scientology. I don't care what nobody say. It sounds like your husband is involved in a brainwashing scheme to ensure that this person who is ahead of the cult gets whatever they need in terms of admiration, money, and whatever else they need to make themselves stand out. It's the same spiel, same story across the board for every single cult leader. It is always about them. It is never about the cult. Okay?
Oh, yeah, the Griffin.
Your husband is involved. And he sells shit for this particular cult. And he broke. So he's selling the stuff and giving all the money back to the cult. Then he destroyed your credit. And he cheated on you. And you begged him to stop. Ma'am. Where is your self-esteem? Where is your self-worth? Where is your self-love? It just sounds like it's in the toilet. Let this crazy motherfucker go. If he want to drag himself to hell and the bitch he was fucking, let them go.
They ain't weak against fire.
Let them go. Let them go down in the toilet together. You ain't got to go with them. You do not have to go with them, baby. Okay?
Bastard.
Girl, I feel bad for you. I really do. I feel bad for you. Get your ass up out of there. You can repair your credit. Leave it all.
God damn it.
Take your name off of that house. Take your name off of everything. Leave it to him. Go move back in with your mama or one of your aunties and start over. Because this is right here is a mess. This is a mess. And you know your family talking about you. You know Cheryl over there messing around with Robert. And Robert done messed around with one of them cult members. And done got with her. Now he done spent all their money. They broke. Cheryl messed up. Well, I'm going to pray for Cheryl. Girl. Diane said filed for bankruptcy. And I agree. Get your ass up out of there. First beat his ass. That's what you do. You whoop his ass. You play grip ball like Medea said. Get you a good skillet. A good weight on it. And you whoop his ass. You understand me? Throw a pot of hot boiling grits on him and whoop his ass. And just tell him the cult leader did it. He crazy enough to believe it. Let's go to question 6 because I'm so... That shit pissed me off. That was horrible. Bro. Question number 6 says, my man's fiance left him and he moved me in immediately. I thought his morbidly obese, mentally ill, 23-year-old son was living in a home. Nope. He lives in the basement. He needs help wiping. And he masturbates angrily when he's mad at me. My man is gone all day. Advice? There's a heavy-set 23-year-old male who can't wipe his own ass in the basement, angrily masturbating because he doesn't like you.
The stories is just ridiculous.
And you want to know what you gotta do.
All this shit is on Twitter.
You want advice. I tell you what the advice is. Your black ass or your white ass or your Latina ass or Asian ass shouldn't have moved in that motherfucking house without knowing the logistics. You moved in right after his fiance left him. And you moved in because you thought you hit the jackpot, didn't you?
Hey, bro.
You thought you had it.
Bad food.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had the keys to the kingdom.
Right. I got you tomorrow.
And you didn't.
Right.
He roped your stupid ass in, and now you sitting at home. And why are you sitting at home all day? Why are you sitting at home all day? Why are you there all day with him and not at a job yourself?
Right.
That's my question. That's what I need to understand. Diana said, every time I hear something like that, I think about that Steve Harvey joke. What's Steve Harvey joke? Why are you home every day and not at work? Why are you not at work? Girl, if you the way I think you are, your ass could be stripping. Your ass could be an OnlyFans model. You could be something. You could be doing something. Not sitting on your ass. Not sitting on your ass at home listening to your morbidly obese your boyfriend's morbidly obese son jack off in the basement mad because he's mad at you. You nasty. Why are you listening to him? You're nasty. You're nasty. Why do you even know he's doing it angrily? What are you doing? Are you listening through the vents?
All right, you mom.
Like, what is wrong with you? Are you out of your mind? He said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna text it to you." What is wrong with you? I have no advice for you. The only thing that I will tell you is that you got what you paid for. This is your fault. This is your fault. I'm not gonna help you get out of this. You did this to yourself. You shouldn't have moved into that man's house without knowing the logistics. You shouldn't have did it. You did it to yourself. Period. That's it. You did that to yourself.
Okay, what you want from Taco Del Monte?
I don't know, whatever you can get at this point. It's 10:30.
I don't close until 2.
Hold on, y'all. So you got what you earned. You got what you deserve. And I'm not you got texted to my phone, Don. You can't text it to my iPhone or my iPad account because I'm not gonna get it because I have to charge it. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there with you because I just can't. You got what you paid for, sis. The morbidly obese son is gonna be there to stay. You ain't good. He not going nowhere. So it's either your ass leave or you stay there and deal with it. And since you like fucking his dad, go fuck him too. He might calm down. He might stop being so angry.
Wow.
Yo, go whore yourself out. That's all. That's all the advice I got for you. Go whore yourself out. Make the best of the situation. You ain't got no fucking job because you're sitting at home listening to the son in the basement. You don't have no job. You have nothing. You have nothing.
What card?
Huh?
What card?
I got to put the money on there.
Oh, all right.
You have nothing. You're not giving anything. Question number 7. My God-fearing man was exposed in a viral sex tape recently. I thought my only competition was his wife. And then I saw him making love to a man with the same moves and moans he uses with me. I've lost faith in love and men, and I need help getting my faith back. Let me read it again so everybody can hear what this says. My God-fearing man was exposed in a viral sex tape recently. I thought my only competition was his wife. And then I saw him making love to a man with the same moves and moans he uses with me. I've lost faith in love and men, and I need help getting my faith back. The man that you date ain't got a wife and a boyfriend. Girl, you're not even a second string quarterback. You a third string. You're not even you. At this point, you have no leg to stand on. Do you know why? Because you were messing with him while he was married. You get what you paid for. Yeah, people work, but the devil work harder. You did this to yourself. So congratulations, you played yourself, sis. You sleeping with a married man and you think that the only competition you had was his wife, and you turned around and saw your man dicking down another dude. And now you're talking about you done lost your faith in men and in love? How? I hope you never get it back. You're a sideline player. You will never be on the front lines. You will never start because that's how you see yourself. You are a fool if you think that he wasn't going to sleep with anybody else. The fact that this a man is irrelevant. It's just the fact that he's sleeping with somebody else, you and his wife. You're nasty. And the fact that you knew he was married and now you all in your feelings about it. Why? You have no reason to be mad. You didn't have no problem sleeping with him doing what he wants to do. I have no sympathy for you. If you lost your faith in love and men, oh well. You caused it. You gave it up on a silver platter. Firing squad. That's my advice. Firing squad. You earned it. You got it. It is what it is. I have no sympathy for you. None. No sympathy. Not even a piece. Sorry. Let's see if I got another one. Some of these was some pissy people. Y'all are some piss poor people. And that is so disheartening that you would go out there and say and do these things to other people. Like, it's just so hard. It's so damn sad at this point. I feel bad for y'all. I really do. But I'm finna go because that is the end of the Q&A and the relationship advice stuff that I found on the internets. I will do it again next week. And we could talk some more about it and just not even give advice. We just gonna talk shit about it because some of y'all are horrible people and you deserve whatever you're getting. If you're ruining marriages or you're participating in the ruining of a marriage and a relationship, whatever you got as a residual is your fault. I don't care what nobody say. You brought it on yourself. So, with all that being said, I got to go. Y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all tomorrow after SmackDown. Well, actually, SmackDown is in 2 days. So I probably won't be on live on YouTube. I'll probably go live on Instagram tomorrow. And then Friday, I will go live for SmackDown. So y'all have a good night. Peace. I will talk to y'all later.